What's going on, guys? What's going on? Peace, life, and abundance. You already know it's random topics. Random topics. All right. Getting on into this video for today. I want to be getting into there's no time to be letting up. There's no time to be letting up. Fun fact, I wasn't planning on doing a video. It was just in my spirit to do a video, and I'm going to relay the message to y'all that God has given me to do this. There's no time to be letting up, and I know, and just hear me when I say this. If you are somebody who is on a spiritual journey, okay, if you are somebody who is on a spiritual journey and you're walking this path that God has intended you to walk, okay, and you are being obedient towards Him, there's no time to be letting up. You keep going. You keep going when things are hard. You keep going when things are good. You keep going when you don't even know what to do. You keep going. Ain't no time to be letting up. Now, what I mean by that is, when you start seeing blessings from God, you know what people will do, and I've done it myself countless times when I'm applying. And I'm gonna talk about myself because I don't mind talking about my flaws. Every time I would get on the right path with God in my past, I would really be in my word, praying heavy to God, spending time with Him. And then the next thing I know, the moment God would bless me, I would go right back into sinful nature. I wouldn't be telling anybody this if I didn't do it either. And guys, I did that for years, and God blessed me with so many great jobs, man. He blessed me with so many great opportunities. But the fact that I did that so much to Him, God's a jealous God, and in return He ended up punishing me. But His ways are bigger than our ways. His thoughts are bigger than our thoughts, but He still loved me. And if you really pay attention and you're on this journey, God will speak to you. And He told me, don't let up. Sorry if y'all hear my stomach growling. It's just part of the weight loss game. Hunger pains, they something else. I know that was random. But yeah. It was like He was speaking to me, and He was like, don't let up. And God would bless you when you pass His test too. I've been on a huge mental journey when it comes to my well-being. And God tested me, but I still kept praying to Him. Okay. I still kept praying. Despite how I was feeling on the inside, I didn't turn my back on Him. And in return, I genuinely feel like He's starting to bless me, y'all. And I'm telling you, and I'm no better than anybody else who's watching this. I'm telling you, if you are working on yourself and you want to be better and you know that you're doing better, this is not the time to be letting up. Now, I'm going to dive deep in this, okay? If you've had alcohol addictions, or something going on with you and you're working on yourself and you're seeing the results, this is not the time to be letting up. If you have been into pornography and you've been on a clean slate, you've been on a clean, you haven't been watching it. And you're seeing the results that God is giving you and he's blessing you. This is not the time to be letting up and be like, oh, it wouldn't hurt to watch one. I've been doing good. One wouldn't hurt me. Don't do it. This is not the time to be letting up. If you're working on your weight loss journey, which I've done this before too, and I know what I'm talking about, you start seeing results. And then next thing you know, and hear me out when I say this, because you can enjoy eating great foods and still lose weight, but hear me out. Yeah, I'm going to go by Burger King and get the biggest Whopper they got with extra cheese. That ain't going to hurt me. But then tomorrow you do the same thing. Man, I'm down already, 230, 230. No, I'm 225. Yeah, I can get another burger today, man. That ain't going to hurt me. And then you keep doing the same cycle over. Might not necessarily be Burger King, but then, or you got a friend who's going, he asked you to go to a party, and then next thing you know, you eating out and you pigging out. And then slowly but surely, your weight scale go up, and then you're like, man, I'm starting to get up there. And then they say, you'll be back right where you was at. This ain't no time to be letting up. And again, I say that to people, not saying that you can't go out here and eat all, great foods that you want, because I'm a foodie myself. But what I'm saying is, there's no time to be letting up. Because you can easily go back into the things that you struggle with the most. Again, there's so many scenarios, guys. But I just want to have a friendly reminder to anybody who's watching this. This is not the time to be letting up. See, the devil is to me, he's the biggest bully in the world. There's no bigger bully in the world than the devil. He is the biggest bully, and I can't stand a bully. I can't stand a bully. I remember me growing up, I had people that try to bully me, but you know what? One of the most beautiful things when it comes to a bully? When you stand up to the bully. There is absolutely nothing more greater than standing up to a bully. It's like to me, standing up to a bully is like you've been fed up with this individual. You're tired of him or her, and you ain't taking their crap no more. And in the process, it just feels good, even though they might be physically stronger than you, or they got like these combat words that just bash you down. It just feels good knowing that you standing up to this person. And that's how you got to fight the devil. The devil is nothing but a big bully, but you got to stand up to that bully. And how you stand up to the bully? I'm going to dive deeper. When you talking to God, man. See, one thing I like about God is like he's like that oldest sibling that you go to when that bully picking on you, or that cousin, and that bully picking on you, and you get either your big cousin or your big brother or big sister, and you tell them what's going on, and then God like, oh really? All right, say less. Don't even worry about it. I got you. Now I'm gonna tell you something. This is coming from just being a sibling in general. Anytime I've had my little cousins come to me about something, and they came to me about something, right? I don't know. It'd be like this little fire in me. I couldn't never explain, but it's filled with rage. It'd be like filled with rage and just ready to just go to work, man. My little cousin came to me, and you think I'm gonna let this slide? Oh, you think I'm gonna let this slide? Oh no, we ain't doing that. We on a different time over here. And it was like, and the more I thought about it, the more rage would get in me. See, that's how God is. Once you give something to God, when the devil just there and try to bully you, the God come in, he like, man, what? He did what? Oh, he tried to get you back in porn tonight? He did. He tried to get you back in porn tonight. Mm-hmm. Don't worry, I got you. It's okay. You came to me about it. I'm gonna make sure you're okay, and I'm gonna take care of the devil. I'm gonna get in your head so good tonight. You're gonna be so spiritually equipped, and I got you. Don't you even worry about it. He tried to get you in the alcohol tonight. I know that was hard for you, but you know I got your back. That's how God be, man. I'm telling you. Like, people, there's like, can I really get in somebody's head? Like, I don't know who's watching this, but I know this is out here for somebody. You ever like committed like a sinful act, right? Something, it could be, like I said, whoever this is, it's multiple scenarios in the world, right? Have you ever did something that you said that you was working on, right? And you told God that, hey, I won't do this no more. I won't do that no more. And you end up doing it again, right? But then the moment you repent, you get this message from somebody, whether it's like watching a video like this or a podcast, and or even going to church, or just looking at something, or just hearing something by somebody that's encouraging you, like, hey, you got this. That was not a coincidence. That was not a coincidence. And I had a lot of scenarios like that when I would do something I had no business doing. But then I would go right back into seeing like these people who've been touched by God, and they're messaging, and they're like, hey, you can do this, but you just gotta continue to keep moving forward. That's not a coincidence. And if you're sitting here watching this video right now, I'm letting you know that was not a coincidence. That was God. That was God. And and he's telling you he has forgiven you, but you gotta understand that he has forgiven you, but you gotta listen to people, and you gotta be in the right places. And just know that he will always give you a way out. He will always give you a way out. Don't you ever forget that. That was one of the biggest things um, that helped me when I was addicted to pornography. Um, it was one of the biggest things that helped me was he will always give me a way out. He would always give me a way out. And I'm telling you, anybody else who's watching this video, if you're struggling with something, he will always give you a way out. And in the process of things, it may be uncomfortable, but just know God got your back. See, what the devil can't stand, he loves to attack the ones who, like, God is really anointed to. He wants them more than anything. You are God's child, okay? Whoever watching this, you are God's child. And the devil wants you. But you got to stand up to that bully. Now, y'all know how I was saying, like, God is like that older sibling, right? But God is also the person that's like, they give you the tools to stand up for yourself. And like I said, ain't nothing more beautiful when you standing up to a bully. I don't know why that's in my spirit so heavy, but it is, y'all. It is. Because the devil, he likes to pick on you, man. Like, if you struggling with your weight, he'll sit. You know how the devil will do. And I know what I'm talking about when I say this, because I was really, really obese at one point in my life. I'm still getting this weight off me, but I'm gonna tell you what I've learned through obesity. Every time I would work on getting my weight off me, right? There'll be people that'll come to me, and then they'll pick on me. I give an example, man. Or they'll they'll say things that, like, motivated me in different ways because they hurt my feelings. But I'm gonna give you an example. So there have been times, man, I would be losing weight, right? And when you're losing weight, depending on how big you are, no offense, the outside people don't see it at first. So you can still get disrespected by people, even though you know that you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. That's how the devil like to work. So I remember one time, man, I was losing weight, and I go to this party, and I see this guy. I'm not putting no names out, but he comes to me, and he like, dang, you done got big. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like how he came to me. He was like, man, you done got big as H. You ain't doing nothing but eating up everything with your fat A. And I looked at him. I said, who do you think you talking to? I said, you think that's nice? Sit there and say that to somebody. And he kind of froze and looked at me. Because he was like one of those kind of guys, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and dive into my black community here. I love my people, but we always got that one person. They just trash talk so much. And then they give you a little like this. When you check them, they like, because they trash talk so much that they ain't thinking about what they saying. You know what I'm saying? And when I said that, like, he kind of just froze. Cause like I could see it in his eyes, like, man, I didn't mean it like that. But then he was like, but he still wanted to mess with my head a little bit. But I was dead serious though. I told him, man, you gotta watch how you talk to people, man. But if I wasn't prepared or strong-minded, that could have easily put me back into depression. is even though I know I was putting in the work, the fact that people still saw my outward appearance and they still was picking on me, that led me back into depression. Well, it could have led me back into depression. Now, I'm going to talk a little deep with this. Now, unfortunately, somewhere down the line, I stopped working out and I battled with my weight for years. And I wasn't doing anything. And I remember I see an old friend of mine at the casino where I was working at. I ain't seen this guy in years. And he comes up to me, and when he sees me, he was like, I'm not going to lie. He was like, I didn't even know who you was when I saw you. Man, you done got big as H. You need to take your fat A and go to the effing gym. He said that to me. Hurt me to my heart, man. Because this was somebody that I looked up to a lot growing up. I knew he was blunt, you know, but I didn't know he was like blunt like that. And when he said that to me, that struck a nerve in me real heavy. When he said that, I actually get sad when I think about it. You know, just talking it out, because that's how much it hurt me that he said that to me. And I ended up realizing that, okay, it was like a wake-up call for me too, though. You know, it was like a wake-up call for me. Because I started getting tired of people talking about me. But here's the thing, though. See, God see everything. And God came to me and he was like, so you want to lose weight because you tired of people talking about you? Or you want to lose weight because you tired of you being overweight? I was like, God, it's both. He said, but which one more important? Because people gonna always talk about you, whether you lose the weight or not. People are always gonna have something to say. And it hit me. I was like, man, God, you right. You right. Because this whole time when I was losing my weight over the years, it was all for what people say. And God helps you stand up to bullies. The devil was picking on me, and he was using people to pick on me to bring me back down. That's what I'm saying in this. But then God was like, "No, man, we ain't doing this no more. No, Let them talk about you. You know what you doing. You don't have to prove nothing to them. But if they say something, you stand up to yourself and say, hey, I don't appreciate you talking to me like that. They keep running their mouth. All you got, However y'all stand up to y'all stand up to you, however you do it. But just know that I'm saying this as a Christian. It's okay to stand up for yourself. And it's okay to walk away. It's okay to not say nothing at all and walk away. That's powerful too. You don't have to prove nothing to nobody. You don't have to prove nothing to nobody. But what you do got to understand is God, he will fight your battles. Anytime you feel yourself and you want to commit an act, whatever it is, you talk to God. He will always give you what. If you don't get nothing else out of this video, he will always give you a way out. But we all have a choice. But just know God will always give you a way out. Okay? I hope this video helped out somebody. Like I said, I don't know who it is. And again, guys, there's no pressure over here. You can like, comment, or whatever. I'm just doing the good Lord's work at this point. Like I said, I don't really care about followers and none of that. I'm just doing God's work at this point. So I only say that to just spread messages at this point. So if you feel like if it's in your heart to spread the message, by all means do so. But I hope this helped out somebody. God bless.